So welcome to a new video, nice that you're watching. Today I'm going to make a design for one of my clients, Elias Bronkhorst. He plays in the Eredivisie in the Netherlands and he needs another design this week. I make weekly designs for him and it's Monday, his game is on Saturday, so I always start early. If he has any changes he wants, I can always make them. So with the use of AI, which is an amazing thing you can use these days, is remove the background by itself. There you go, the whole background is gone. The thing is, it doesn't do it perfectly, so what I always do is I create a background. First I make it white. I put it behind the image, and as you can see it doesn't look good at all. So what I'm going to do is make the final touches on removing the background, and after that's finished I am going further with the design. So we're searching for grass now to put in the foreground. What I always search up is grass close-up. If I want like a grass for him to walk on, I always search up soccer grass. I'm from Europe, so I call it football, but if you search up football grass, many of the times you also get American football, like with those lines. This is not a soccer football field, so I have to search soccer to make sure that I actually get soccer. But for now it's just grass close up, and then color and transparent, and then you get these transparent grass, and then it depends on the design which one I want. So the second step is the background. He's playing against Heerenveen this weekend, so what we're going to do is search up their stadium, and what we want is, in this scenario, we want an inside image, not from the outside. Sometimes I also make designs from the outside of the stadium, but for this one I want an inside view. And what I want is from the stands, of course. Always put size on large, because if you don't do that, the quality always gets really bad. But I think I'm going to use this one. And we're gonna see if it's sharp enough. Now as you can see, it's quite sharp. For this design also, it doesn't really matter that much because it's going to be in the background. But yeah, we're gonna see. I think that's good enough. So what I did in the meantime was add a few pictures behind him. If you look at the design now, it doesn't look good at all. But as I said earlier, trust the process. So the lines are pretty thin, makes a bit more clean look. What we're going to do is make a few circles on the corners, and then we're going on to the rest of the background, which is this big empty space. So this is the actual editor of the video. Her name is Pepper and she creates all the edits. Yeah, she's a really good editor, and I'm actually not doing anything. What I like to do is most of the time involve his number, which is 2. So what we're going to do is first create his number on the background. As you can see, I have a lot of fonts here. These are all the ones I uploaded myself. If I'll show you real quick, I have all of these fonts downloaded. They're free to use. You can just find enough fonts on the internet. So these are the fonts I use most of the time. So I just reuse them in a lot of my designs because they just look clean. And sometimes they don't use them. I use another one, or I search another one on the internet. So there we go. We edited the 02. It doesn't look good at all. Again, you just have to have some patience with these kind of designs. Now I want to reuse one of the images on the background, which is the one with the back of the player. So what we're going to do is go back to the images and find it. That was this one, and I want to have it on the left top. So I also added a second picture. This is how the design looks now. If I were to put this on his Instagram, no one would look at it and just skip it instantly, but that's the beauty of graphic design. You need to trust the process. So what we're going to do now is, actually one more thing, is fill up the empty space behind. What I'm going to do is either put a sky or just some black with some grunge textures or whatever. So I'm just gonna look into that real quick. Okay, so I just added a black gradient background. If it doesn't work out, I can always change it later, but that's the way to start for now. So what we're going to do is do a layer by layer. I always like to start at the bottom, so I'm gonna start with the grass. As you can see, the grass is hideous, simple to say. So what we're going to do is go to We have the whole time been on Pixlr Express, and now we're going to Pixlr Editor. So once we're at Pixlr Editor, there's a lot of stuff you can do. A lot of the same one and the other one too, but also very different. So what we're going to do is see which one works. So what I've done with the grass is make it dark. That's all I did, nothing else. Now what I'm going to do is give it a bit of a blur. Not just a red normal blur, but like a movement blur like that. So this is how the grass looks now. What I'm going to do is add some individual grass, just singular ones. I couldn't find one without a background, so we're going to just remove the background ourselves. I'm going to use this one because it's the thinnest. Thin is always nice and clean. And just remove the background just like that. Doesn't really matter if it has like that because we're gonna make it dark. So yeah, first we're going to just get a singular one out of it. Like that. You'll see what I mean. We're gonna blur it, so it doesn't really matter how it looks like this, because after the blur you're not even gonna notice it. It's just very important that you do make it a nice figure though. Oh. There we go. You see from a further distance you don't even notice it. So now we're gonna make multiple close up, so we're gonna make it really big like that, and we're gonna make it dark just like the other one, but close up. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So there you go, the grass is dark and ready. The thing is, we're going to add a sort of a cloud, not a cloud, but more smoke. We're going to add red smoke, and the thing is, we need to also color in the grass if possible. If not, we'll see how it turns out, but we're going to still work on the grass, but for now it looks like this. You don't really see how good it looks because the stadium is still visible, and that's something we're going to change actually right now. So yeah, the next step is change this whole stadium into a way better look. I want it first of all to be black and white. Why? Because it's gonna make him pop out way more. Also the images behind him, you know what, I'm going to straight do it. I'm going to be black and white. As you can see, this is all black and white now. Those are also maybe gonna be black and white, but that's for a later point. Then it's most important to remove, I used my hand, I don't know why. It's also important to remove the stands in a certain way that you don't really see them. Okay, so I've edited the smoke. I kind of like it. There was also some debris or whatever it's called with it, so that's perfect, exactly what I want. I just start to always just play a bit with the smoke. Is there something else I could do better? So that's what we're going to do now. Just see if there's any blur that would be nice with it. If it doesn't work out, we'll just keep it in the original. Your imagination has no limits. That's how we say it. Okay, so I actually kind of like that. I made it a little blur, like just one. I went to filter, radial blurration or whatever it's in English. Sorry, my English is not always as perfect. And you just put it on one. So it goes like in a circle, basically. So that's what we did. We're going back to the other one now. What you want to do though is make sure to always save your design in the middle of your design, because sometimes just like that it's gone and then you're fucked. I've had it many times, all my designs were gone. I had to redo the whole thing, it's terrible. So make sure not to make that same mistake as I did. And now, what I said earlier, it's time to go back to the grass and actually give it a bit of a red touch. Okay, so what I've done is actually added some lights in the background. I haven't done anything with the grass yet. I will do that now, it's just that I don't know how to. So as you can see, even not that I'm that good, but I'm experienced by now and I don't always know what I have to do. So what I do is just improvise in the moment and just find a way out of it. Okay, so the next step is the player. Finally getting to this point, which is my favorite one, is the editing the player. This is before, this is after. It looks way better. We haven't even done the lighting yet for the smoke. So you remove the old image and now it's just this. What I want to focus on first, before I do that, is blurring the legs. What I always do is blur the legs or the bottom side. It's a very nice effect and it makes the image just look way better. So what I do is create another image and I basically remove everything, let's say above the socks, and then you only basically have the shoes left. So if you just remove this one, you see only the shoes. Okay, so the next step is highlighting the image into the red color. Or what we're going to do now is add the red color on the player. It's not an easy job, it's not my favorite job, but it's a job that needs to be done. And there we are, a little red there too. which creates this beautiful look. And now the images have gone way further out of sight, which looks way better. We're going to do something else first now, because I want a borderline at the top, which makes it look way better. Of course, the same red as we've been using the whole time. It's the red of the color of the club. So it's actually time to start using the match information, because I think the background is like I want it. So there you have it, guys, the design of next week. I gotta stretch. It took me, let's see, 2 hours to make. The edit, of course, didn't take 2 hours. I'm sorry if I wasn't very talkative at the end, because it was getting dark outside, so I was getting a bit tired. But here you go, the design. I hope he likes it. We'll see. I'm gonna send it to him now, and then yeah. Thanks for watching. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to like and comment that you do, then I will make them more often. Check out my Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.